Hi, I'm Stuart and welcome to Sirennet Television. We're going to be going from Sirennet TV in a moment or so over to take a look at a build that young Chris is putting together. So let's go across and see what he's up to. Hey Chris, as you can see he's getting himself all prim and proper. We're going to be going over to you in a second. So we're going to take a look at the builds that the guys are working on over at StarCar right now. So no more to say from me. Let's go across to Junior.
Well, thank you, Stuart, and thank you for joining me on a beautiful Oregon day here at StarCar's installation facility. The group is working on a series of Dodge Chargers. The one that happens to be outside here with me has yet to go into the bay, so it is completely stock-bodied. Two cars that the gang is working on inside, so go ahead and follow me in. You'll see a car near completion and a car at the halfway installation point. So let's go ahead, take a trip inside. So here inside the installation bay, Dodge Chargers. Car here to my left getting the final electronics buttoned up in the trunk on the electronics control board assembly that the guys have been wiring up, working very hard on. The car interior has been reinstalled, as well as the prisoner transport system, weapon mount, console containing the radios and CenCom control system, and as you can see, the rest of the car has been dressed up very nicely. Push bumper on the front with Fender Wraps, nForce lighting, lights on the mirrors, Liberty bar on the roof, and various other electronics in the rear of the car for warning and illumination functions. The car here to my right side is in what we'd consider mid-install phase. So the car's been brought in, some accessories have been added onto it. So as you can see, Liberty light bar on the roof, intersectors on the mirror. The interior, as far as the stock goes, has been pulled out, getting ready for the console, the prisoner transport system, i.e. partition and seat. And then following, the front bumper gets removed, push bumper and other electronics are installed. The final stage of the install process here at StarCars is the conclusion of the wiring installation. So Devin is here doing the final touches. Once he is all done, system has been double checked. Road test will follow, just verifying that all the equipment is bolted down nice and solid, no rattles, nothing wiggling, and everything's working properly before it goes into the hands of the end user. The Chargers are equipped with a Panasonic digital recording system. With that, cameras monitor the front, back, and left and right sides of the vehicle. They're activated with triggers that StarCars installs that ties into door sensors and the electronics in regards to the siren and lighting system. To accommodate the cameras mounted on the sides off the partition windows with custom brackets fabricated by the crew here, there's also been a modification done to the Setina polycarbonate window bars to allow the cameras to mount properly, get the proper angle, and sit the way they need to with the doors secured. The electronics tray is a convenient slide out that's available from Setina. Release the two knobs, slide it forward, allows easy access to all the electronics. On the mid-installation charger that Austin's been working away on, you can see that the trunk has a long ways to go. So the interior panels have been removed, easy access to the rear mount battery. Setina electronics tray has yet to go in, but as you can see, the guys have already started running a lot of wiring through this car. After all, a lot of electronics are contained within it. So, as you've seen with the electronics tray in the car that's near completion, the guys here do a wonderful, wonderful job of making all this chaos function amazing and look beautiful. From going from a stock-bodied, full OEM interiored car, a lot has gone on. Seats completely removed as far as the front and back. Really the only things that remain in place are the trim panels, the rubber flooring, and the front dash. Everything's removed to accommodate the new additions for the transport system, the front console, and allowing room for all of the various wiring to be run throughout the vehicle. The gents at Star Cars have done a wonderful job along the way of the installation. The last time you saw it, it was getting buttoned up as far as the final electronic configuration, getting the power distribution done. It has since been road tested and has now made its way down to the end user in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. So join me now, grab a snack if you'd like. We're gonna go around our finished Dodge Charger before it gets its graphics and hits the streets. On the front end of our patrol Charger, a PB400 push bumper and PB5 Fender Wrap kit from Setina have been bolted on. And in addition to offering protection for the front end of the car, it makes a wonderful home for warning lights that come from SoundOff Signal. It's their Tri-Color nForce. It allows us to have a pair of our SN SP1 100-watt Siren speakers cleanly mounted on the front end for a nice, effective warning light and siren system. In addition to the nForce Tri-Color light heads that you see flashing away on the push bumper, the car is equipped with a factory wigwag system that ties into the white LED halos. We've also added Whelen Microns down low on the front valance, so that way we have low, mid, and high level lighting as we get to the mirrors and the overhead light bar. Previously on the Dodge Chargers, we used to use the round LED light heads. As the front valance has been updated and changed over time from Dodge, the round LED light heads no longer able to be cleanly housed in the front valance. So we have found the Microns to be a wonderful replacement product. As we move midship on our Charger, for illumination on the driver and passenger side, Unity spotlights are a wonderful help. On the driver's side, we've done an upgrade for the light head inside. We've used our SN SL1, which is a 2-degree LED spotlight. And as this car sees most of its action from the driver's seat, the passenger side has been left as the incandescent head. For warning on the side profile of the car, and really front and rear alike, SoundOff intersectors have been installed on the vehicle's rearview mirrors. And to line them up on the mirrors, an adapter kit specific for the Charger has been used. So that lines them upright and gives them a nice level output, perfect for the warning that these produce. Going up to the roof of our patrol Charger, we have a Liberty light bar from Whelen Engineering. This is the SX series of Liberty light bar, and a very potent, useful product it is. Nice and bright when it comes to the warning modules in the red and blue, white LED alleys, warning and illumination, high intensity takedowns on the front end, and a very useful built-in traffic advisor to the rear. So for overhead, this Liberty light bar definitely rounds out our warning system on our Charger. Moving to the back of the Dodge Charger, a trick effect that Star Cars has done is wiring in a flasher for the red factory side marker. So a trick function to add a little bit more pop. On the rear deck lid, Tri-Color lights from SoundOff Signal have been used, tying in with the Tri-Color effect that you saw on the front end from the nForce product. They have a flashback shroud, so very useful for cutting down the brightness for nighttime operating. And moving around to the tail lights, two different things going on as far as red flashing. We have the wigwag of the brake light. That's a factory function on the patrol Chargers. But Star Cars, using the Whelen ULF44, same thing that's tying into the side marker here, it's been wired into the tail light ring of the Charger to add an additional flashing effect. So a lot of red going on through two different systems in the back of the car, factory. With a finished look at the rear of the Dodge Charger and the warning lights, we'll go ahead and move into the trunk and look at the Setina electronic slide-out tray with all of the equipment finished up from the gang at Star Car. So in following from the outside to the inside of the car, we'll go ahead and continue inward to the transport area of the Charger. On the inside of things, Setina front partition happens to be the recessed panel version, so it accommodates more room in the front for the weapon mount system. Aedec transport seat, seat belts in the center, and seat belts on the side with convenient grab handles. Moving around to the doors, clear polycarbonate Setina window barriers. Again, they've been modified by Star Cars to accommodate the side cameras, and the Setina door panel overlays. So, as you can see, transport seat, partition, door accessories, a wonderful transport area it's turned out to be. From the driver's seat, I'll give you a look now at our Gamber Johnson equipment console. It makes a great place for the in-vehicle radios, our CenCom siren and lighting controller, microphones, storage compartment, dual cup holders, rear adjustable armrest, and affixed onto the top of the console, a Gamber Johnson adjustable slide arm, allowing for movement of the in-vehicle docking station for the computer system. From a look at the passenger side of our equipment console, a few more accessories have been added on. From Able 2, we have a 12-volt triple outlet box. From ProGard, a passenger side airbag control system, which is the control module with the key that you see there. And then moving down toward the floor pan, we have a bracket from Habis that accommodates the Zebra ticket printer. So our Dodge Charger has a wonderful warning system, plenty of power when it comes to red, blue, and white. But in addition to being a wonderfully bright and effective warning system, it comes in handy for illumination. So we've gone ahead, done some adjusting of the lighting products on the car, turned off some warning, and adjusted some illumination. So up top on the Liberty light bar, we've activated the front takedowns, the side alleys, a cruise mode as well, so that way we have some red and blue shown. Turned on the pair of the Unity spotlights, again LED on the driver, halogen on the passenger. And then moving forward to the push bumper, our nForce light heads have an override function. So that lets them steady burn in white for extra alleys and extra front angled illumination. So a really useful dual function product. When it comes to the front and the sides of the Charger, you can see the white override function, very, very useful. On the rear deck lid to illuminate the trunk, the Tri-Color nForce lights that are used here, we've taken advantage of the override as well. So with the push of the button on the trunk lid, light heads steady burn to white for wonderful illumination on the trunk lid for nighttime operations. Well, thank you for joining us here at Sirennet Television. We hope you liked the presentation of our Dodge Charger, going from the beginning of the process all the way to the end of the process. So factory car all the way to ready to go patrol machine. I'm Chris. Thanks for joining us here at Sirennet Television. Stuart, we'll see you back in the studio.
Nice job, Chris. Looking really great. That's the way I would say it, that's for sure. Hopefully you enjoyed Chris and his wonderful exploits over at StarCar. Big shout out, by the way, to all the gang, to Danny, Devon, Doug, Ted, Austin, everybody else, and the cat Meow, which you very rarely see, but actually hangs out at the facility over there. I'm Stuart. You've been watching Sirennet Television. Have a great day.